Hey guys, Liz here. Well, y'all caught me in my moment of weakness last night when I was this close to cheating on keto. Now I know in the scheme of things, a bite or two would not have any real significant impact, but I know myself. If that first bite was good and I went back for a second, there's a chance I could go back for a third and fourth and fifth bite. Get my drift? Not good. Not good at all. So I didn't want to fall back into old patterns and old ways where I take a bite of something and then I tell myself, oh, you fell off the wagon. You fell off the wagon. And then I give myself permission to go eat something else because I fell off the wagon. Not good. Not good. So I'm trying to change old ways of thinking, and I've done really, really good on keto, being on ketosis and on the ketogenic diet, having self-control. And that's been kind of like I'm an emotional eater. I eat when I'm happy. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm mad. You know, that kind of thing. It's hard to make changes like that. But this is the first time in my life that I've gone 3 months without blowing it. I mean, I have been spot on. So I'm so proud of myself that I actually posted that pathetic little video last night because it helped me. It helped me. I didn't want to look weak by blowing my diet, and I didn't want to let you guys down, and I didn't want to let myself down, most importantly. So yay for me. Still going strong. I had a glass of water. I went upstairs. I got my jammies on, got into bed, put my HGTV on, and slept like a baby and woke up feeling good with my decision. So just had to share that because I'm wanting to document this whole keto thing, because what works, what doesn't, some of your trials and tribulations you go through being on it. But the important thing is, if you do fall off the bandwagon, you pick yourself up, you get back on it. Or if you're about to and you don't, you're proud of the decision you made, that you were strong and you did it. So thank you, ladies, for your support. You guys are the best. You really are. So, mwah. So I don't have really anything for you today. I've got a fall project in the works. And I have to run to Lowe's tomorrow to get some parts that are going to make it all come together. But I do have one little video for you that I made last week. It was when the kids were in school and the husband was still at work, so I had time to make it. If you like salmon or you like Brussels sprouts, roasted Brussels sprouts, stay tuned because you may want to see how I make this. I make the best salmon on the planet, if I do say so myself. And so anyway, I've got a video for you. If you'd like to watch it, thank you. And if you're not interested, no worries at all. So I will be back with lots more fall decorating, and I think you're gonna like this one. So stay tuned. And the video is coming up next. Bye. Hey guys, in my kitchen. And I just stopped off at the store. I got myself a little Starbucks coffee with some heavy whipping cream and one little packet of stevia. Skipped lunch today, so this will tide me over until dinner, but the rest of the family won't be home for a few hours, so I thought now might be a good time to prep dinner. And tonight we're going to have a huge piece of salmon, and I'm going to bake it at a high temperature. I make a really good salmon, so I'm going to show you how I make it, and I'm probably going to roast some Brussels sprouts, and for dessert, I'm probably going to do a brownie, a keto brownie I found online last night, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I made it last night. It was good. It was super, super good, but I was missing one ingredient, and if I can find it, I may make another brownie and then do chopped strawberries with some fresh whipped cream and crumbles of brownie on the top. So if that sounds good, stick with me and I'll show you how I'm going to make this wonderful keto dinner. Okay guys, I have got this beautiful piece of salmon that I have washed. I washed it, I pat it dry, and I've got this big cooking sheet, and I'm going to line it with foil. So we're going to do that right now. This salmon is literally to die for. It is so good. I'm not a fish person at all, but salmon is pretty much the one fish I can stomach, especially when I prepare it. So, you guys try this. I'm telling you, so good, so good. And this is one of our family's favorite dinners on keto. So I'm going to take the salmon, and look at this piece. It is a really nice, huge, huge piece of salmon. And I'm just going to lay it on here diagonally so it fits. And then you'll see what I do next. Isn't that just a beautiful cut of salmon? So now we are going to flavor it up so that when we take it out of the oven, your mouth will water. Okay, so what I'm going to do is drizzle a little extra virgin olive oil over the top so that when I put my seasonings on, it adheres nicely to the salmon. So here we go. And now I'm just going to rub it in really good. So now I'm going to put on Cajun's Choice Krill Seasoning. So good, so good. You guys have to try this. If you have it at your store, get it, because you can flavor prime rib, steak, chicken. I'm telling you the works, even your vegetables, and it's amazing. It has no carbs and no sugars. It's so good. So I'm going to put this on rather liberally onto my salmon. Let me see if I can show you. So I'm going to start sprinkling. And I'm almost out, which is such a shame because it's that good. Okay, so I put that on. Now I'm going to put a little black pepper, coarse pepper. Then I'm going to use, I love Herbes de Provence. It's one of my go-to seasonings for everything. And I'm just going to kind of drop some here and there. I don't want too much, but I do want a hint of it on here. I think that's good. Oh, I do need some, oh wait. Oh, here's some garlic seasoning salt with Himalayan pink salt. So probably going to put a little of this on very lightly. And lastly, I'm going to put some parsley flakes. Okay, so I've got my seasonings done. Now it's time to cut up some lemon wedges and some Kerrygold butter. And I think I'm going to do that first. So I also liberally put lemon pats of butter on top. So good. I mean, anything with butter is delish, right? So I'm just going to cut little slices like this and put it on the salmon. And this will melt into the salmon, and it is so good, let me tell you. So now I'm just cutting up some lemon, and I'm just going to simply place it down the center of the salmon, and that's all there is to it. Doesn't that look pretty? And I'm going to bake this at a high temperature with the foil on it, and then the last few minutes I'm going to take it off and then kick the broiler on and let it get kind of a little bit browned on the top. It is super delicious. So now that we have our salmon prepped and ready to go, we're going to get on to our Brussels sprouts. And I love roasted Brussels sprouts. They are so yummy. So I'm going to wash these really good, and then we're going to get to cutting, and I'll show you how I do my roasted Brussels sprouts. And I'll probably kick these in the oven first because they're going to take a long time to cook. And then I set them aside, put foil over them, throw them in the microwave to keep them warm, and then I will throw my salmon in, and we will be ready to eat shortly. Salmon is now ready to go. I'm going to throw it in the refrigerator, but when I'm ready to kick it in there, it's all ready to go. And you keep it foiled so it kind of steams everything, and then you take it off the last, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and oh, so okay, good. Now for the Brussels sprouts. So I have another baking sheet, and normally I would put foil on it, but I'm not going to because I'm going to have to be flipping these a lot, and I don't want to like rip the foil. So sometimes it's better just to like take some olive oil and drizzle it over the baking sheet, then throw your Brussels sprouts down, and then you're good to go. You don't have to worry about sticking. So that's what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to cut these, and I like to cut the ends off and then just half them and then throw them on the baking sheet. These are super good. You want every little piece because when they roast, the little pieces almost taste like chips. They're so yummy. I know a lot of people when they were young hated Brussels sprouts. I was not one of those kids. For some reason, I've always loved them. And but I love them, especially roasted. They're just delicious. And I've gotten my kids to like them, so that's a plus because these are awfully good for you. So I'm going to continue cutting these. I don't want to bore you. So once I get them all cut, I'll show you how I'm going to season these up, and we'll pop them in the oven. So you can see that I've chopped up and halved my Brussels sprouts, and I've just drizzled some olive oil over the top, and now all I'm going to do is season them. And I need to get some garlic. So I'm going to sprinkle garlic powder over the top. Black pepper. And I just eyeball it. Herbs de Provence. Put this on everything. Super tasty. Let's see. See if we have any more of this Cajun left. Sprinkle that all over the top. And a little garlic seasoning salt with that Himalayan sea salt. And that should do it. And then what I do is I give it another little drizzle of olive oil. Then I get my hands back in there, and I make sure everything gets coated with seasoning and the oil. It smells so good. Then I kind of space them all out so everything can cook nicely. And now I'm ready to put them in the oven. That's all there is to it. So Brussels sprouts are ready to go into the oven at 400 degrees for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. And I will be checking them on occasion and flipping them because I want every single morsel roasted. And these little pieces right here, so good. They're like little roasted chips, and they're just packed full of flavor. So I'll do that. Then once I pull them out, I'm going to plate them, foil them, put them in the microwave, and then I'll pop my salmon in. And we will be having dinner here shortly. Nice and roasty toasty. See those little caramelized pieces? Those are like little Brussels sprout chips. Super delish. So now I'm just gonna plate it in this white bowl. So now I'm just going to put them in this bowl. See this? This is like a little chip. So yummy. I'm telling you guys, once you try them, you're going to love them. Check it out. Roasted Brussels sprouts. To die for, guys. Gotta try it. And now I'm just gonna sprinkle with some Himalayan pink sea salt. Give it a little toss and shake. And try it out. Oh my gosh. So good. A little more salt. Yum. Now, just going to put some foil over it. And go stick it in the microwave so it doesn't so it keeps warm. Now, I'm ready to put my salmon in the oven. I'm going to put my salmon in the oven at 425. I'm going to leave it covered for about 10 minutes, and then I'll probably uncover it the next 10 minutes and let it get kind of caramelized on the top, and we will be ready to eat. Check it out. Does that not look amazing? Because it smells amazing. Looking good. We're just about done cooking, and I've kicked it on to broil just to kind of get the top a little brown, and we will pull it out and plate it. Just pulled it out of the oven. You can hear it still sizzling. And doesn't that look good? Bon appetit.